We are about to begin the English class. Please, everyone, start the cameras. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, all of you, for being here. This is Mr. Maurice, your English teacher. Today it's Monday, 25th April 2021. In this new week, we are going to learn new topics. We need to keep on working, increase our knowledge, our skills in this amazing and beautiful language. Today, as I said, is Monday. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we going to have quiz number 3. Alright? So prepare yourself. For tomorrow, Tuesday, you will have a quiz. Yeah, sure. So don't be scared, right? Remember, the quiz is just going. The quiz is actually going about two difference of topics. All right. The first one is going to be adjective, right? So we're going to practice with the adjective, the 3 different form. Adjective, right? The adjective, positive, comparative, and superlative. The topic number 2, it's about what we learned last week. Remember the 3 different structure: both, and, either or, and neither nor. Today we're going to learn a new topic, but this one it's not will be included, so relax. Today, dear students, we are going to learn about another conditional. Yeah, you probably said, teacher, conditional? Yes, we're going to learn another conditional. Remember, from the student who studied with me in the previous module, okay, let me enable this. Okay, no problem if you have problem with okay, your camera or microphone. Good. Okay, no problem for me. Listen, please. For today class and probably tomorrow, we're going to focus on another conditional. From for the student who have worked with me in the previous modules, you already know that we worked with 2 different conditional. Okay, 0 and first conditional. Okay. So today, dear students, we are going to learn second conditional. Second conditional, or conditional number 2. Okay? So prepare yourself, try to refresh your mind about what we learned from the previous conditionals. Okay, can you not read the subtitles? Okay, give a minute. Enable. It's enable. I don't know what's going on with the subtitles. I can't see them either. Okay, so let me say, must be something wrong. Interested. No idea. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with the subtitles option, but I can see it either. Okay. Okay, no problem, Elizabeth, no problem. So please just try to participate during the class. It's enough for me, all right? I mean, for the other student who keep the cameras off and the microphone off and there's no participation, wow. Too bad. Okay, so time to start. Let me share my screen and I'll show you. Okay, give a minute. Good. Okay, listen please. I can see the subtitles, I don't know. Interested. Well, for today's class, we're going to practice this. Second conditional is gonna be our objective for today's class, okay? This is our objective for today's class. Second conditional. So far, in the module number 2 and module number 3, you learned two more conditional. Zero conditional and also the first conditional. Okay? So this is gonna be the number 3. Well, basically the second conditional is also called unreal conditional. Isn't real. We call that unreal because sometimes we use this conditional for hypothetical situation. Hypothetics. You know me what it means, hypothetics? Situaciones hipotéticas. We use a lot this conditional. Hypothetics situations, alright? That is the reason we call unreal, alright? Unreal. Does anyone can help me about the meaning of this word unreal? What's for you unreal? Anyone? What's for you the word unreal? Yes, irreal, correct. So the second conditional, unreal. Unreal. Conditional. Because we use this condition for hypothetical situation. For example, let me start here, alright? But keep that in your mind. Hypothetical situation, okay? In other words, it's not real. I'm sorry, dear student, I don't know what's going on with the subtitles. I can see them either. Let me activate, but nothing happened. I don't know. It's pretty strange. Okay. Interesting. Well, let me share my screen and I'll show you, please. Okay. There you go. So, you tell me, have you ever seen this? What if? Any idea what this word means? No? Any idea? What if?
O sea, es como... Sí.
Okay.
Y sí.
Interesting. Let me... Okay. Oh, it's finally available, I think. Yes, finally the subtitles are available. I'm so sorry. Have no idea what happened. Okay, so let me stop. You have access to the Disney platform. I have no idea, but I'll show you something. So please give a minute. Okay. We need to keep clear what about the second conditional definition or the use of the second conditional. Okay, so give a minute. I'll show you in the picture. Okay. Okay. I'll show you the picture and you will see. There you go. So, you tell me. Had you seen this picture before? Had you seen these superheroes before? Hmm?
Yes.
Have you seen these superheroes before?
Exacto. ¿Qué
Yes,
pasaría?
okay. Yes. But what's wrong in this picture? What's wrong? What's the problem in this picture? What's the problem? I want you to look this picture and you tell me what's wrong. What's the problem here?
El Capitán América es un hombre.
Yes, correct. The captain is a woman. Spider-Man is Doctor Strange. You see? Okay, the other guy is different. Everything is different. And we have this word, what if? What if? What if is basically an hypothetical situation. Do you understand when I say hypothetical situation? It's a hypothetical situation. So that means it's not real. This is not real because it's wrong. Okay? Probably you now understanding what I'm saying. Okay, let me stop and let me share the other part. Okay, now, what if? Any idea what this means? Come on, guys, don't let me down. No? Well, so we use these two words. What if means ¿qué pasaría si? ¿Qué pasaría si? Okay? So I use the word what if. Elizabeth, tell me.
Puede ser what if I need money.
Okay, yes, correct. Is this actually second conditional? This is second conditional. Remember, the second conditional is unreal. El segundo condicional es irreal. Okay? Situaciones hipotéticas. Okay? Hypothetical situation. It's not real. So we use the word a lot. What if? ¿Qué pasaría si? What if? So every time we think in a hypothetical situation, we can use the second conditional, right? For example, Alexander, could you please read this for me?
Yes, miss. If I won 1 million.
Correct. This is hypothetical situation. Esto es una situación hipotética y dice, si ganara $1,000,000. ¿Has ganado $1,000,000, Alexander?
No.
No. It's hypothetical situation. Esto es condicional 2 o segundo condicional. Al condicional 2 o segundo condicional se lo llama también un condicional irreal, que nos sirve para describir situaciones hipotéticas. Okay? So that is the second conditional, hypothetical situation. Like this one. If I won $1,000,000, I don't have $1,000,000. I don't have that amount of money. Okay? So this is actually second conditional. Si tuviera $1,000,000, no lo tengo, pero a pesar de eso quisiera decir, cónchale, si tuviera $1,000,000. Okay? Next one. Jennifer Vera, please read this for me.
If I were
Could you please repeat? Jennifer, please repeat.
If I were a mouse.
Yes, this is another hypothetical situation. You probably said, if I were a mouse. Si yo fuera un ratón. Situación hipotética. You see? This is second conditional. Let's see another one. Tamara Briones, could you please read this for me?
If I were in a car.
Correct. So once again we have another hypothetical situation. If I were in a band, si estuviera en una banda musical. ¿Usted está en una banda musical, Tamara?
No.
No, ok, pero chuzo, ¿verdad? A veces nos ponemos a cantar, ¿verdad? Con los audífonos y a veces soñamos que estamos cantando, ¿verdad? En un concierto.
Never.
Ujú, ok, a veces. Entonces podemos utilizar si yo fuera un cantante, si tuviera buena voz, si estuviera en una banda musical. Eso es segundo condicional, lo que usted está viendo aquí, ¿ok? If I were in a band. Okay, so let me show you something else. Let me see another one. Okay, Alarcón, Ángel, please, could you read this for me? Could you please speak up? Ángel, ¿podrías hablar más alto, por favor?
Sí, wow. Dale.
Okay, so this is another hypothetical situation. Okay, so this is second conditional. Let me stop. Okay, so every time we pretend or we think, even in Spanish, right? Somebody says, si tuviera un auto. Si tuviera un auto, llegaría más temprano a mi trabajo. Ojalá no tuviera que trabajar los sábados. Ojalá tuviera $1,000,000 para ya no trabajar más. Okay, this is hypothetical situation. A esto se lo denomina situaciones hipotéticas. Cuando hablamos de situaciones hipotéticas, aquí entra el condicional 2, second conditional. Okay, now let me share. As we know, the second conditional we call unreal conditional. It's unreal. That means it's not true. Now, can anyone help me with this word? What's the meaning of this word? If. Anyone? What's the meaning of the word if? Anyone? Come on, guys, don't let me down. Come on, anyone? If.
Sí.
Okay, now you say is this. Good. What about this word? What is the meaning of this word?
Yes, sí.
Okay, what's the difference? What's the difference?
Que la trae con una conjunción y cuando sí es una condición.
Okay. No problem. Yes, that's correct. The first word, if, see. But this one, remember, don't forget, is condition. Condition, right? If is means for condition. This one is affirmation. Okay? If, condition, yes, affirmation. Okay? So, in this case, we're going to use, for any conditional, we use the word if, que significa si. If, okay, is a condition. What is the next part? In the second conditional, we use the past simple tense. Okay? Past simple tense. Okay? So, for example, you see? If I were in Salinas. Kimberly Pinella, could you please read this for me?
If I were in Salinas.
Kimberly, could you please repeat again? I don't know if I have problem with my speakers, but I can barely hear you. Kimberly, could you please speak again? Now, Kimberly, I hear nothing. I hear nothing. I'm sorry. I hear nothing. Okay, Adol Suarez, could you please read this for me?
Good afternoon, Mr. If I were in Salinas.
Correct, thank you. So this is, you see, if, and this is past simple. Okay, once again, this is a hypothetical situation. Es una situación hipotética porque no me encuentro ahí. Pero a pesar de eso digo, if I were in Salinas. Let's continue. Take a look. Linda Moncada, could you please read this for me? Linda, can you hear me?
Yes, mister.
Okay, thank you. Please read that for me.
If I had a heart.
Yes, period. You see? It's not difficult. Thank you. So, this is the second conditional. If in the past. Another example. Diana Cuello, could you please read this for me?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon.
If have didn't have worked.
Correct. So, once again here, if and simple past or past simple. You see? Where had, didn't have is past simple. Okay? Past simple. I'll give you another example. Okay, let me think another way. Okay. If I were... Okay, I'm sorry. Once again, I use the same verb, the verb to be. Okay, let's wipe it up. It's the same verb. Let's work with this one. The three different sentences, okay? So we have were, had, and didn't have to. So these three words or three different structure of verbs, they are in simple past, all right? So let's analyze. Danny Castro, could you please read once again the number one for me? Danny Castro, you not here? ¿Se encuentra? No, it's not here.
Sí, mister, solo que tengo un poquito de problema con internet.
Okay, please read this for me.
De la primera, que dice if
Yes.
past simple tense, if I were in Salinas.
Dani, ¿cómo interpretarías en español esta primera parte?
Nos vamos a Salinas, ¿no?
No. Si estuviera en Salinas. Recuerda que la palabra if es un sí condicional. Si estuviera en Salinas. ¿Ok? Tal vez estás pensando, Dani, si estuviera en Salinas, pero no estás en Salinas. Estás aquí. ¿Ok? Son situaciones hipotéticas. Orly, please read this for me.
¿Sigo leyendo? ¿O alguien más?
No, Orly Solórzano, please. Orly, can you hear me? No?
Yes.
Come on, I need your participation. Remember, no cameras, no microphone, no participation. Too bad. Orly, read the number 2 for me.
If I had a car.
¿Cómo interpretas eso?
Si tuviera un carro.
Correcto, muy bien. Si tuviera un auto. Excellent. Good. Jennifer, please read the number 3 for me.
If I didn't have to work.
Okay, how can you translate this word into Spanish?
Si no tuviera que trabajar.
Yes, excellent. Very good. So this is the second conditional, hypothetical situation. Okay, situaciones hipotéticas. Si estuviera en Salinas, lamentablemente no estás. No estás en Salinas. Pero a pesar de eso dice, si estuviera en Salinas. If I were in Salinas. O the number 2, if I had a car. Si tuviera un auto. La realidad, no tienes un auto, pero a pesar de eso desearías y dices, si tuviera un auto. Or, if I didn't have to work. Si no tuviera que trabajar. Is a hypothetical situation. You see? Well, so let's continue. Okay, so for the second conditional, dear student, it's pretty important to understand that the first part with the word if, we need irregular and regular verb, the past tense. Okay, so let's practice again. Let's practice. Okay, Mr. Garces, could you please read column number 1 for me? Present.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon. Could you please read the column number 1 for me?
Present. Be, become, buy, come, do, fall, have.
Thank you. Now, please, Garces, read the column number 2.
Past tense. Were, become, bow, come, did, feel hot.
Thank you. So every time we word the second conditional, we need to word with the second column, the past tense, okay? For example, in this case, in the number one, if I were, if I were, if I became, if I vote, if I came, if I did, if I fell, if I had, okay? So that is the first clause of the second conditional. If you say with the first verb here, you see, if I were, si yo fuera o si yo estuviera, or if I became, si me convirtiera, or if I vote, si comprara, if I came, si viniera, if I did, si hiciera, if I fell, si cayera, if I had, si tuviera. Okay, so this is the second conditional. The first clause of the second conditional work with the past tense. Two different clauses. Remember, the first clause is the past tense. So you tell me. Question. Any question, please? No? Okay, let me share. Jesus. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna pick up another student, Priscilla Rubio. Could you please read the first column for me? Present.
Get, go,
Go. Leave.
leave, make, read, room, yes, leave.
Okay, now read the past tense.
Go,
Read the past tense,
went,
please.
left, make, row, ran y shock.
Thank you. So, once again, recordemos, la primera cláusula de este condicional va a estar enfocada con la segunda columna, en pasado. Si yo quiero utilizar el verbo got y decir, si consiguiera, if I got, si fuera, if I went, si dejara, if I left, si conociera, if I met. Okay? Si surgiera, if I rose. Si corriera, if I ran. Okay? O de pronto, si me sintiera, if I shook. So that's the way we use the second conditional. Okay? Recordemos, estimados estudiantes, que los condicionales presentan dos cláusulas. Okay? Esta que estamos viendo es la primera cláusula del condicional 2. Si, if, ok. If I were you, si yo fuera tú. If I were you, ok. Si conociera, if I met. Si fuera, if I went, ok. Si comprara, if I bought. Si viera, if I saw, and so on. But remember, this is an hypothetical situation. So this is the first part, okay? So what are we going to do right now? I want you to think and write 5 sentences, all of them positive, okay? All of them positive, with the first clause of the second conditional. Remember, 2 different clauses. The first clause, I need you to write if I'd, use a verb in the past, and the complement. Okay? For example, please give a minute. Necesito que me hagas 5 oraciones. Ninguna ya con estos verbos, por favor. Nada de were ni had. Sus oraciones tienen que tener las 5 empezar con if I. La primera cláusula de este condicional trabaja con un verbo en pasado. Okay? A verb in past. So you're going to complete. Si conociera una persona famosa. Or you say, if I met a famous person. Ya tengo mi primera cláusula. If I met a famous person. Okay, now I need you to think 5 different sentences use the first clause. Okay? Remember, 2 different clauses, so I need the first clause. Okay, for this activity, dear students, you will have 4 minutes. 5 sentences, please. Two minutes. 1 minute. Okay, let's practice. Linda Moncada, could you please share your 5 sentences? Linda, can you hear me? Well, I think you get problem with your microphone, Linda. Please try to fix it up. I heard nothing, but no problem, no problem. Tamara Briones, thank you. Please go ahead.
If I went tree, if I roll, if I will learn glasses,
Okay.
I sleep long, if I show the correct answer.
Good. Okay, thank you. Elizabeth.
If I spoke Korean. ¿Sí me escucha?
What else? Come on, keep talking.
If I had to work, if I sent to letter, if I live in South Korea, if I haven't been born on April.
Okay, good. Priscilla Rubio, could you please share your sentences?
If I had by today, I will buy the ticket.
Okay, what else? I say 5 different sentences. Please give me more example. What did you write? No more? Come on, guys. I ask you to write 5. Yes, come on.
If I see the burger I will reconnect in.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Jesus. Okay. David Dueñas, could you please share yours? David, come on, don't let me down. Speak.
If I come home early, if I fall from a mountain, if I buy a bike, if I become a singer, if I had a girlfriend.
Good, fantastic. Alexander, you the last one. Please, speak.
If I was sick, if I live in Italy, if I had studied at the University of Guayaquil, if I were a doctor.
Good. It works for me. Perfect. Yes, it works for me. Thank you. Well, as you see, these are hypothetical situation. It's unreal. In other words, it's not true. You see? So this is the second conditional. Basically, we use the second conditional to share our expectation. Nuestras expectativas, alright? Our expectation for the present, or probably, why not, for future. If you say, if I have a car, if I had a car, I would go. Okay, if I had a car, I would go somewhere. So basically, that is the expectation, alright? Now, let me share. Diana Cuello, could you please read this for me?
Giving advice or recommendation. Condition pasado simple, verbo be. If I were you, if I were you. Resultado, will, verb present. I will wash my hands regular. I will not travel too long.
This is basically the second condition. Please give a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, so this is the second conditional. In other words, we can be advice or recommendation, but as I said earlier, we use the second conditional basically for, well, hypothetical situation, our expectation for future or expectation for the present. As you can see, we have two different columns. And these were the column we practice. You see? This one. Esta fue la columna que acabamos de practicar. ¿Ok? Si yo fuera tú. Si yo tuviera un auto. Si conociera a una persona famosa. Si. Okay? So the word if is the first part we practice. All of them were for positive, but we can also work in negative. Now, it's time to practice the other clause. Como ustedes observan, aquí tenemos la siguiente cláusula. Cláusula 2. ¿Ok? Bueno, hay ciertos estudiantes se me adelantaron, pero cometieron el error. Aquí no es will. Will es el primer condicional. ¿Ok? Segundo condicional, vamos a reemplazar ese will por esa palabra que usted ve ahí. Would. I would wash. I would not. You say? I would wash my hands regularly. ¿Ok? Y unimos ambas oraciones. En este caso, si yo fuera tú, me lavaría las manos regularmente. Si yo fuera tú, no iría a Londres. You see? So, it's time to practice the second part, second clause. Okay? So please, give me a minute. Let me share again. Please take notes. For the second clause, we use one of these words. It could be either would or could. Okay? Two options. You can work with both would or could. I'm sorry, you have a mistake in here. There you go. For example, or you say this is the second clause. So, for example, you see? Como les acabo de decir, estimados estudiantes, este segundo condicional posee dos cláusulas. Cláusula 1, que vamos a identificarla de color amarillo, y cláusula número 2, green color. Okay? So, in the clause number 2, you can use would or could. There's no problem. Si yo tuviera un auto, iría. If I had a car, I would go to. Is an example, okay? Or if I were in Salinas, you see? So this is the hypothetical situation. Si estuviera en Salinas, podría bailar en la playa. Si tuviera un auto, iría a montañitas. Si tuviera $1 millón, compraría una casa. Como usted observa, estas dos cláusulas representan al segundo condicional, the second conditional. En la cláusula número 2 vamos a utilizar sea would or could. Alright, you can use either would or could, no problem. But mostly we can use this word. Comúnmente se utiliza más would. ¿Ok? Se preguntarán, ¿qué rayos significa would? Pues no tiene una traducción exacta. Lo que hace este modal es transformar el verbo en un condicional. Go significa ir. Yo antepongo would y se transformaría en iría. Okay? For example, iría, I would go. Si quiero decir comería, I would eat. You see? Visitaría, I would visit. You see? Escribiría, I would write. Nadaría, I would sing, and so on. Alright? So this is the second part of the second clause of the second conditional. Now, let me stop for a while. Please give a minute. Good. Okay, Orly, please. I want you to read this for me. Come on, mate. I need you to participate, Orly. Come on. Okay, dear students, okay, stop only. You get problem with your microphone. That is no accurate participation. I do understand if you say, teacher, I've been having problem or I've been facing problem with my devices at home, but please try to fix it up. Okay, you cannot keep on working with the same device. Okay, please try to understand me as a teacher, because I cannot give you a grade if you don't participate. You want to participate, but unfortunately your microphone is not working properly, or the microphone does not work properly. So please try to fix it up. Let's move on. Ángela Alarcón Jiménez, please. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, mister, please. I want you to read this for me. Ángel, please. Read this for me. Yes, sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Jesus, I heard nothing. That's the problem. Too bad. Okay, so as you can see, como usted observa, la primera parte nos dice que hablamos de situaciones imaginarias, irreales, en el presente o futuro, que quizás no vayan a suceder. Okay? For example, if the sea level rose, si el nivel del mar se incrementa, what is the result? Some islands would be underwater. Algunas islas estarían bajo el agua. Or, if an asteroid collided with the earth, it would create a tsunami. Okay, so this is the second conditional. Now, time to practice. Please give a minute. I do understand this is a little bit hard to swallow. Okay, es un poquito complicado. Second conditional, but remember, this is the level number 4. Ya no es el nivel 1, it's not the level number 1 that we're going to learn the colors, the number, or the English alphabet. This is the level number 4, and this is the second conditional. It's a very important one. So we're going to combine past tense, okay, with another new modal verb that is would or could. All right, so give a minute. I can't believe it. There's no... Okay, let's try it now. This is... Okay, this one. Okay, so let's practice. Remember, the next activity, I don't care the grade. I don't care the grade. Okay, so we're gonna practice the second conditional. Remember, please, remember, when you see the word if, this is one of the clauses. And here, we need to switch the verb from present to past. For example, this is the verb know. Oh, the past of the verb know is knew. If I knew her name, si supiera su nombre. If I knew her name. And the second part, we can use would. You see? Period. No more. Nada más. No more. So the one verb. So be careful when the sentence starts with the word if. You switch the principal verb from present to past. Alright? If I knew her name, I would tell you. Si supiera su nombre, te lo diría. If I knew her name, I would tell you. Okay, so you keep on working. There are 12 exercises. If you need to check the verb, do it and learn it. For this activity, dear students, you will have 7 minutes. As I said, I don't care if you get a very low grade, an average grade, or an excellent grade. I don't care that, because that grade is yours. It's not mine. Is yours. Alright? So prepare yourself, practice a lot. Remember, probably the next week you will take a test or a quiz about the second conditional. So practice a lot. Okay? So give a minute and I'm gonna share the link. Okay, so that's the link. Please, everyone click on it and start working. Remember, you have 7 minutes. Do it, please. Four minutes. quickly, guys. Three minutes. Come on, guys, keep on working. Remember, you need the participation. I don't care the grade. I need the participation. Okay, time's up. Please, you tell me. Any question, please. Please, any question? I repeat, there's no question about the second conditional. Let's practice in group. We need to practice in group, okay? So, give a minute. I'll show you the next activity. For the next activity, dear students, you will work in pair. 2 students per group. You are going to work in pair. As you can see in the first part, they are 7 exercises. Okay? You need to complete the result. Aquí ya tenemos el condicional. Necesito que usted me concluya con el resultado. Okay? On the other hand, in here,
Se le apaga el micrófono, mister.
Ok, I'm sorry. Aquí tenemos algo diferente. Aquí ya tenemos el resultado. Aquí nos falta el condicional if. For example, viajaría alrededor del mundo. Yo le pondría, si tuviera dinero. Viajaría alrededor del mundo si tuviera dinero. And then number 2, I would be a good singer. Sería un buen cantante, sí. Remember, the first part o la primera cláusula de este condicional, los verbos en pasado, right? Tal como usted lo ve acá. Okay? Now, you're gonna work in pair, 2 students per group. For this activity, you will have 10 minutes only. Esta sí va a ser una actividad calificada. 10 minutes only. Ten minutes only. I'm sorry for the noise. I'm gonna share the link, so please give a minute. Please, everyone click on the link and download the activity. Please, everyone click on it and get the file. Descargue por favor la actividad que vamos a trabajar en grupo de 2. Van a trabajar en pares. Esta sí es una actividad calificada. Ok. 2 students in pair. Ok. Here we go. Okay, dear students, I hope you have learned a little bit more about the second conditional. So let's continue. We have more words. Yes, we need to practice a lot about the second conditional because we need to practice in order to understand how can we use in different contexts. Okay, so give a minute. There you go. Okay, Melanie Jaime Mendez. Good afternoon. Yes. Okay, now I want you to read the first picture for me. Well, it has a picture, but you can read it. Can you read that for me? Melanie, can you read that for me?
Mande.
I want you to read that for me, please.
Help you wear a bunker. It totally says yo.
Okay, so this is an hypothetical situation. So the black man says, if you were a banker, I totally save you. Hypothetical situation, right? This is the second conditional. Jennifer, could you please read this for me? I want you to read, please. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we also use the second conditional when we give a piece of advice or a recommendation in this case. The woman said it's not a good idea to go out because it's raining. As you can see, the structure is second conditional. Mr. Garces, could you please read this for me?
What would you do if you had no fear?
Correct. You see, that is a question, but is the question in using the second conditional. Elizabeth Tulcan, could you please read this for me?
The use of the or his to have will give to you copy.
Okay, well, excellent. Jesus. I know it's a bit difficult. I promise tomorrow we continue keeping on with this, but from a different perspective, okay? Listen, we need to recognize the three different conditional. Zero, first, and second conditional. Hasta ahora tenemos que llegar a un punto donde debemos de reconocer y utilizar apropiadamente los tres condicionales. Dos de ellos pues lo han venido aprendiendo en los módulos anteriores. En este es second conditional, ¿ok? Zero, first, and second conditional, ¿ok? So, dear students, for today, we're going to finish the class by now, okay? So tomorrow, we're gonna have the regular class, okay? From 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Oh, no, by the way, tomorrow is the quiz. So prepare yourself. Yes, tomorrow is the quiz. Remember, Please study adjective, comparative, superlative, and the 3 different structures that we practiced the last week. Remember, both and, either or, and neither nor. Okay? For tomorrow, practice a lot. Okay? So for now, I need to go again in an emergency, but I'll see you tomorrow. Please, 3 o'clock, we start the quiz. Thank you, dear students, for having me.